Hey guys, Gameboy 3800 here, once again back in Forza. Today we're starting in the garage today so that we can do an upgrade on video to show how I upgrade my cars. And today we're going to be doing the Ford Supervan 3. This is a truck very well known for its grip. And I'm trying to decide what engine we're going to go with today. We're going to have to stay in S1 obviously. Do we go for power with the 7-liter V8? That does add a bunch of weight though. I think I'm going to stay with the stock powertrain swap unless we somehow can't reach the top of S1 with it. I very much highly doubt that though. This car is pretty unique in the fact that it gets two extra grippy race compound tires. You can see here, the regular Horizon race tire compound is here. It gives us a base lateral G's of about 1.5. And the next regular high, oh well, that's an odd camera view. The next tire compound for race is one that gets us up to 1.7 lateral G's. And then the last one is over here. It gets the Goodyears. This gets us as well up to 1.7 lateral G's. But what's the lower grip like? It seems to be tied for the normal grip. I guess they have patched that. That the vintage race tires and the regular race tires, more modern ones, are the same. Although, we do seem to have, I guess that's just variance. Now that does seem consistent where this tire compound is grippier for acceleration. They're the same for braking distance, same for lateral G's. This one does make us grippier or more into S1 class though, versus these. So I guess it's all about preference. What do you want? A little bit more PI or a little bit more off-the-line grip? I will try them both. Well, it says this one does give more grip. I will do these. I'll do what the game says is best. We will stay rear-wheel drive. Can this get lighter rims? Yes, it can. It doesn't matter what lighter rims they are, as long as they're lighter, I put them on. Get wheel spacers. Get the best gearbox and stuff like that. Best brakes. It's already on race suspension. And now we chuck power at it. But we chuck power at it strategically. We chuck power that takes away weight. You can see the power pieces we put on take away weight. And the ones that don't, we save until later. I think I'm going to want to go for revs. 409, 344 torque. Let's try with displacement. 365, 350 torque. .406, 390. I'll come back and build on that same engine. This 400 horsepower is not bad. We've had lower horsepower cars go in this series before. .409, 344. More horsepower. I think we get less torque. Abandon setup. I wish it would show previous torque numbers too. 390 torque. What's this 0 to 60 time? 3.5 seconds. Three and a half seconds. One more horsepower versus a few less torque. I think we'll go for this one. It might be more controllable. And I don't usually put on anything that adds weight. Unless I need to get it to the top of the class, then I'll add a supercharger or something. But that'll be our tune that we go with for the Ford Supervan 3. Now, just out of curiosity, can we swap in the 7-liter? We could if we took off some, like, rims and stuff. But, we gain 100 pounds. We gain 200 pounds for 130-ish torque. And 75 horsepower. I'm not sure that's really worth it. It'll help us for speed, but we'll have to make the truck even heavier. So I'm going to keep it like this. We will go for lightness. Low tire pressure in the back, higher tire pressure up front. And that looks fine for now. I like less camber than normal. Helps us get off the line easier, and we have better contact patch on the ground. I like to have the anti-roll bars pretty even. Ride height 2 steps above minimum, so that we are lower, but not super low. Front springs I want stiffer, so that they can keep the front tires planted. And aerodynamics, this truck doesn't have too much aerodynamics, but we will put them all the way up. And 151, 179 will decrease the rear wing until we are no longer at 151, 179. There you can see we dropped to 151, 178. Bring it back to where it was 151, 179. And that's our aerodynamics. A little bit extra brake pressure. Differential I want to be fairly well locked on acceleration. It can be slightly unlocked for decel. I want the tires to help slow me down when I go off throttle. A little bit of toe in, toe out to help keep the car stable. Everything seems to be ready to go. That's our car. That's our ride. Except gearing, what does that look like? If you see top speed only changing by 0.1 or 0.2 each time you move the final drive 0.5 or 0.05 over, then that means you're just nowhere near power. You're out of your power band. You can see here, top speed goes from 120 or 152.4 up to 153.1. That's almost a whole mile an hour. That's our limit. Do one more setback. So 153.3 is our top speed. That's our gearing. If we have too much wheel spin in lower gears, we would extend them. But I don't think this truck's going to have enough power to spin those wheels up for too much. We'll just jump right up to the Arrowhead circuit. So the first practice we get with this tune is at the track, just like all the other cars. Our opponent is the CLK GTR. It's been on top of the leaderboard for a few episodes now. You think the Supervan can take it down? Only one way to find out. Here's the tune we just built. Car does sound weird, but that doesn't matter as long as it's fast. It's not going to be good for top speed though. Compared to the CLK GTR, or where we should have the CLK GTR beat is in cornering speed, because this thing is so light and it's using the same tire compound. We're about half as light. We have 200 horsepower less though. It's whether we're light and fast enough through the corners to make up for the lack of top speed in the straights. Street furniture might actually be a problem for this truck, it's so light. You can see CLK will pull away, it's whether we can reel it back in through the turns later in the lap. So here's our first flying lap. We need to make sure our braking points are on point. I knew that would happen. Turned in a little bit too much. It's a really odd turn because of all the hills here. I missed it again. I will rewind farther. I have to go wider at this turn, I guess. A little bit of air, wow. I was not expecting to get any air on this track. Alright, well, first flying lap is as much of an experience as the first lap full stop. So that's good that we found some of that stuff out. For instance, there's a jump on that hairpin. We will need to keep an eye out for that. This is one of the few cars we've seen so far that we actually use all 6 gears to their fullest. Like, we're almost at 150 by the end of this, and we top out at 153. Wow. Okay. At least I didn't miss a checkpoint. I've said before, and I'll say it again, I will count dirty laps as they are not meant to be gaining me speed. If I just tap a wall, that's not going to make or break a lap time. It's just a mistake, and the game is mean and flags it. We do get a large amount of understeer when on power, and that does surprise me. This is a rear-wheel drive truck with the engine in the back. I guess that makes sense. There's not much weight over the front tires, especially on power. I'm worried about a pendulum effect now. I'm not sure the Supervan can beat the CLK. I will give it my best though. We would need to pull off a miracle to beat it, I think. It's too fast. Same tires as me, way more power. I guess it makes sense. Now, we're not going to be able to do it today. CLK too fast for the Supervan. If you guys enjoyed building and driving this Supervan around the track today, then please do go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Next time out, we will take out another American car. I hope you guys are ready for that. I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.